motion right. They go play action. Fitzpatrick. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. So a first-quarter sack, and remember, keep in mind, he had 2 sacks in last week's game.
And it's always intriguing to me to watch these great pass rushers because some of them, they need their teammates to scheme for them, maybe occupy people and make it a one-on-one matchup. Other guys, they just defeat everything in front of them. To get 2 sacks in a game.
Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Defense went 3-4. They got some push from the inside.
And this is something in a 3-4 you don't normally get because the nose tackle who got the sack, he's usually responsible or ends up getting double-teamed and sometimes triple-teamed. How about him working his way back and putting the big guy on the ground?
Well, that'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. So the D-line's going to spread out. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 7, and it'll make it 2nd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Now he'll let it go deep left side. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And touchdown! A big play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And his guys have taken a first-quarter lead. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And all deep in his own territory. He coughs up the football. And this will be scooped up by the defense. And they'll be at the 18-yard line. Great field position here in the red zone. And they'll start this drive with very good field position. They go play action here on first down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
They're going to look to throw. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. The pigskin on the 7-yard line now. It's 1st and goal. Back to throw. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he will take it in for the touchdown. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And now back out comes the offense. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Now Fitzpatrick. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. On third down, Fitzpatrick steps away to his left. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Fielded at about the 28. An excellent return that time, 26 yards. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
Here we go! Ohio!
Back to throw now on 1st down. And he will find his man on the outside. 13 yards down to the 13.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not even going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. A few issues here on the offensive line. Apparently, he got sacked 5 times last week. They got to him here in the 1st quarter.
And I would think that running the ball would be paramount here because it's a different team they're facing, but they watch the film as well. So they'll take many of those same principles and try and apply them in this game to see if they fixed what was wrong with them in the last game.
They still can't get it. That'll go as a loss of 9, and it leads to 3rd down. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That is caught at the 7. And here he'll get it down to the 7. A heck of a play there on 3rd down, but amazingly, they're still short for 4th.
Boy, they had a lot of real estate to make up there, but what a big time.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. Our first update, defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. The 40. He's at the 30. The 20. 10. And he will score. It's a touchdown. They haven't fully climbed the mountain, but they've started the ascent here with that score.
I like that, right? I think they've left base camp now, okay? So they've started to move their way up the mountain. Long way to go, but at least they know it's manageable.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And here now the offense heading back out there. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Being chased out left. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. Shaq Lawson in there to get him for a loss of 5. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's brought down after a good gain. 23 yards on the play.
And let's face it, that what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage after it.
He's got the speed, the agility, so good with run after catch. And we're only in the first quarter, so they better get a wrangle and a hold on that quickly.
Yeah, you're exactly right. What's really difficult to try and defend him is if you want to press him so that you get him on the ground quickly after the catch, a lot of times he'll just run past you at the initial point of contact, and he'll go deep.
Play action fake. They'll look to throw. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Little. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Fresh set of downs here. He'll look to throw. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
Now back to throw. And he held on to it too long. A coverage sack. Down he goes.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
They'll drop to throw. Just keeping the play alive. And the pressure gets to him again.
And it appears to me that someone's defensive coordinator is jockeying for a raise. A sack on 2nd and goal, a sack on 3rd and goal. Now brings up a decision on 4th down.
So this time the protection holds up for him just fine, and he's able to bang it through.
I think their special teams coach got the point across. He gave him a pretty good earful after the block earlier. And this time, there's no penetration, so they're able to pick up 3.
And a big tackle there as the defender runs right through him. So out now comes the offense back onto the field.
And this is their 3rd drive. Right now, maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a first down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about until you go a couple of drives without getting a first down. Then all of a sudden it looms big. It gets harder and harder to actually attain that first down.
A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. Now a 2nd down throw for Fitzpatrick. And down he goes. Fitzpatrick sacked.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Jumpy on the right side of the line.
Sometimes when you're on the end, a little bit farther away from the ball, any type of movement will get you to jump, and that's exactly what happened there.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. The gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. Maybe a little sign of life here offensively, Charles. They get their first down. They didn't have any in quarter number 1.
And I think what we're seeing is great evidence of good scouting by both teams, right? Understanding what they like to do, their best plays, try and take those away early. So now we're seeing some adjustments, and they end up getting their first down.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
With the struggles we're seeing up front for the offense today, they've got to think about changing up their play calling. Some screens, some draws, some quick-hitting plays in order to try and supplement the run game. You don't totally abandon it, but you try and give it a little bit of help.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 23 yards on the play. first down. Here's the run with Cook. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Fitzpatrick on first down. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And this time not quite to the 30. He'll be down at the 31-yard line. I know when you got a top tight end like this, you want to get him involved, but when you do, you're hoping for more than that.
You certainly are. You've got to try and get him some space where he can make a play downfield, or at least an opportunity for some rack yardage, right? That run after catch.
Second down, Fitzpatrick. And some room to work. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. From the red zone now, Fitzpatrick. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete. And now following the incomplete pass, we'll get a timeout here for an injured player. Well, he gets attended to. He'll step aside. On second down, Cook. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's first and goal.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Only a yard on the pickup there. Second and goal.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone, trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
They'll run for it with Cook. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. So he loses 3 yards there. Now third down.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
And he's not even going to get back to the line of scrimmage. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. That's their second, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back. And his kick is good. And they're back within a touchdown. It's 17-10. So they get the field goal, but partner, that was a 14-play drive to get the 3.
Normally, when you hold the ball that long, run that many plays, you end up in the end zone. There's a breakdown on the defense. Something happens. In this case, that didn't. But really good ball control by the offense. They're hoping that they can wear them down if they keep having drives like that.
The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. We'll come back here right after this. On first down, he'll drop to throw. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Back to throw here. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. They're still in search of the first down after that last completion. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. 20! And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
After that nice game there, for the rest of the game, the defense is going to have to respect the running backs as passing threats as well. Not just play them strictly to run the football. They may be able to get downfield and catch it too.
Flush to his right. And it's caught. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. He'll get only 2 there, and it's 2nd and goal.
What terrifies defenses when they see slant routes thrown is that the receiver is on the move, and oftentimes he catches it and gets upfield. Does a really nice job rallying to him and stopping him for a minimal gain.
And that play's not going to get him in as he stopped right at about the line of scrimmage.
When I was playing, all our defensive coaches talked about when you're near your own goal line and you're trying to stop them from getting in, your heart gets tested. What a nice play on the last down.
A lot of heart on second. Do they have the heart on third? They'll try and pound it in with Drake. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Only a yard there, so it brings up 4th and goal.
Now this feels like old school football because this has turned into a good old-fashioned goal line stand. So on offense, what do you do now? Do you decide to run it or throw it if you go for it on 4th down?
They'll run. It's Drake. And I don't think he got in. He didn't. He's stoned at the 1-yard line. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And the ball will go over on the goal line stand. And tough starting field position here. First down, Fitzpatrick. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's able to get this one up to the 8-yard line this time. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion.
Here we go now, Detroit!
Fitzpatrick now on 2nd down. He's going to look deep down the field. And incomplete on the deep ball. And before we could even hear from Larry, we're back and ready to go in Week 5. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Now this offense about ready to take over again. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down.
Here we go! Ohio! Flex round! Flex round! Flex round!
They'll set up to throw. He's going to sling this deep down, and that's caught inside the 35. And all the way in for the touchdown. A big play there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. And they're able to up the lead by 1 more. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the 2nd half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2. And he's going to be grabbed and pulled down. And now following that sack, looks like we've got an injured man down there on the field. So a collective holding of breath here as the starter heads for the sideline. And they'll turn things over here to the backup to see if he can dig him out of this hole. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10, right around the 9-yard line. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
14 yards is the pickup there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. for a first down. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and they're able to pick up the conversion here on 4th down. So it'll be first down here after the run. A first down throw for Fitzpatrick. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 47. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
They'll look to throw here. And he's got his man on the out route. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. They'll look to throw here on first down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And it's a good return here as he'll get all the way up close to the 35. Their passing game has been spectacular this afternoon. Finally, a win for the defense.
You think maybe there was an adjustment there. Finally gained a measure of, I don't even know if you call it revenge, but got a play done against him, and that's been difficult for them all.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. So their woes on offense continue. That's the second pick thrown here in the third quarter.
And we know it was ill-advised. But that was an opportunity to help them get back into the game. Instead, he throws another interception, and now their task is even tougher.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown.
Brandon, my man, just one sentence for that one. Clinic.
And that's what they've done. They lead the league in points per game this season, but it's been quick strikeability as we saw on that drive.
I think they're actually intimidating defenses because they're back on their heels right away, wondering where it's going to come from, how they're going to hit them. This group is...
And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Now this offense ready to head back out there. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Trying to fire up that running game with Dalvin Cook. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up second.
If these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
And this one's incomplete. Well, too much oomph, too much mustard there on that pass.
They really turned it loose, didn't they? Really cut loose with that one. Sharp, strong. Didn't lead to a completion, though. Made it very difficult.
3rd and long for Ryan Fitzpatrick. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Tavon Young. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. Maybe he telegraphed it a little bit right there. You've got a quarterback knowing that he's going against a rookie quarterback. He stepped in and picked it.
You think he had a great week of preparation, looking forward to this opportunity. And the second part of that is, when you're a young quarterback, you are going to stare down targets, but oftentimes your playbook hasn't expanded to give you full field reads as well. Makes it a little bit tougher for him.
Give him 8 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Here we go. 1, 9.
They're going to look to throw. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Come on, let's go.
So the D-line's going to spread out. He'll drop to throw. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. And the 13-year man puts it through, and that will extend their lead even further. So the drive stalls out, but they are able to put 3 points on the board.
Yeah, just a yard or two shorter than an extra point, so no problems converting there.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Out comes this offensive unit as they get set to take over here. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that...
Now Fitzpatrick hit. It's out. He lost the football. And fortunately for him, he's able to get it back, but it will be a loss on the play. So they almost turn it over there. Scary moment. 2nd down here. He'll look to throw.
So, Brandon, we've sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Back to throw. And he's going to be taken down. Sacked back at the 2.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
So a short drop, but he's able to get it out, and this is a good kick. And he'll take it just outside the 40. Oh, tough. And this results in 6. Touchdown. Around the NFL, 3rd quarter at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta. That one now a 2-touchdown advantage for the Panthers. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. So after surrendering the punt return for a score, let's see what they can do in turn on this kickoff. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Now this offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency. Move the ball.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Let's go. Watch it now, Barney. Leopard.
Looking to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Detroit! Detroit! Here we go now. No. Check. Patriot! Over!
They'll set up a throw. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue.
Detroit!
And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. From the pistol, they run it with Cook. And that play will go nowhere, losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. That'll go as a loss of 5. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Let's go.
Eluding the pressure right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Anger is on to punt, and he gets this one away.
He'll field this at the 5. Back now just east of Manhattan in Brooklyn. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And a quick throw here that's complete. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting to the right place. Guys are making yardage after the catch.
And that's caught at the 25. Touchdown. A big play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And this offense is running away with this one.
So another score there, and often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter.
And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. One goes nowhere, losing yardage back at the 22. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
39! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now this time he'll look to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 29. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. He's on quite the interception run. He had 2 last week, another one here. Remember, he's not a DB, he's a linebacker.
But how many of those linebackers started as DBs and pumped themselves up into being linebackers? So the ball skills are the same, right? The coverage skills and responsibilities are the same, and he is paying it off in a big, big way.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Through an opening, and there he goes. And a terrific return as he brings this one all the way back to the 30. Now they get a 4th quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another.
And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And he's got some space here. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick six makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. Might get a pick or two.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. And now back out comes the offense. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
And the trend continues here in the fourth like it was in the first, second, and third. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
All right, here we go.
They'll give to the fullback on the dive. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up fourth down. Now here's a timeout coming on the defensive side of the ball. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter.
Here we go now.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. The decision to go for it doesn't pan out. And the ball will go over on down.